is temporary. And when you try and hold on to something, that's when it can destroy you. You know, people, seasons, places, things are all temporary, and that's why you have to enjoy that present, right?
Let me clear my throat. I know on this episode, some people ain't gonna want to hear what I gotta say about everything being temporary. But in life, relationships, jobs, financial status in general, situations, everything is temporary. It's only a few things in life that ain't temporary, like change, evolving. That's not temporary. We see change in home prices, gas prices, food prices continue to evolve. You hear the older folks saying, I remember when gas was $1. Now the price has changed. I remember when I purchased my home in 1980, it was $30,000 for 2,500 square feet. Now that's on the average $400, a half a ticket for the same space. Everything is temporary except change. So embrace change. Stay prepared. Stay ready so you don't have to get ready. Like what comes to my mind right now is health and taking care of myself, because man, them COVID cases going back up, man. Stay financially ready in case we get shut back down. Stay healthy, because if you obtain COVID or whatever, your body can fight it. You know what I'm saying? Everything is temporary, man. Let's get into the podcast though. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it.
The Trevor Jackson Podcast.
Okay. This is a topic that I should have talked about like 2-3 weeks ago when the track meets was going on. When Sha'Carri Richardson was out there burning folks in the relay in the 100. She competed well in the 200. When Noah Lyles was out there showing out and going off. You know what I'm saying? And he made a statement. The world champs of what? And I'm concerned. I'm concerned about my race, about black folks. I'm concerned. I'm really concerned. Because, like I said, stay ready so you don't have to get ready, because things are changing. Like, I don't see people wanting to be great no more. Like really great at what they do. They just want that financial status so they can fall back into their shell and they don't have to work out as hard no more. They don't have to read as much anymore so they can obtain the knowledge to achieve the things they want to achieve. And when they get that money, they fall back. But when this was said, it spoke volumes to me.
The thing that hurts me the most is that I have to watch the NBA finals and they have world champion on their head. World champion of what? The United States? Don't get me wrong. I love the U.S. at times, but that ain't the world. That is not the world. We are the world. We have almost every country out here fighting, thriving, putting on their flag to show that they are represented. There ain't no flags in the NBA.
So when he said that at that time, I was like, he tripping, because the best in the world play in the NBA. That's a true statement. The best in the world play in the NBA. They come from all over the world to play in the NBA. But it's not teams. It's what he said it was like, to me, it spoke. He ain't right and he's not wrong. That's how I go about podcasting too, man. I'm here to provoke thought. And that provoked a thought in me, like, Is this true? So what happened today was very interesting. I know the FIBA Basketball World Cup is not the Olympics. Let's not get it twisted. But the USA didn't even place. They didn't come in bronze, silver, or gold. They came in 4th place. And I need to Google their roster or whatever though, but the FIBA World Championship, man. And I'm concerned. Again, I'm concerned. Let me see who was on the USA roster. USA FIBA roster. Okay. Listen to that beat too, y'all. That's a vibe. So I know the USA didn't send the best players over there though. It was like a workout for the season for most people, but they had Anthony Edwards, who's a rising star. Jalen Brunson, Mikal Bridges, Austin Reeves, Tyrese Halliburton, Brandon Ingram, Jaren Jackson, the Defensive Player of the Year, Josh Hart, Cameron Johnson. They sent some people over there. They sent some $100 million players over there. So what my concern is, come on now, I need y'all in the comment section on this one. My concern is, will the NBA look more worldly over time? The last 3 MVPs, Giannis, Jokic, Embiid, is not Americans. Is our league being took over by foreign people? Because you got to think about it. Look at baseball. At one point, baseball was majority white. Then we had the Negro leagues and the black folks we integrated in baseball. But who is the majority now? Let me get my phone back out. MLB by race. I'm gonna give y'all the percentages so y'all can, see what I'm talking about. MLB players by race. What is the racial breakdown of the MLB? So, wow. Hold up. Okay. 40.3% is Latino, Asian, or Pacific Islanders. That's majority of the league. 38% is white and 6.2% is black. The reason I'm bringing this to y'all attention is because basketball was created by a Canadian in America, in Massachusetts. It's an American sport, just like baseball. But the best players in the league, after LeBron James gone, after the guys that's older, the Kevin Durant's, the Steph Curry's, I can't even name too many more, man, that's great and legendary and got championships. After they're gone, who that's American is going to hold it down as the best player in the league? Real talk. Is Kawhi Leonard American? Is he fully American now? Yeah, he from LA. He don't even play half the games. And when I thought about that, I was thinking about finances. Is finances taking the hunger away from the league, man? The players, are we not as hungry no more because we get that money? We come from impoverished backgrounds and we're not hungry to be better than Jordan no more. We don't even see that as possible. Everything is temporary. The dominance is temporary. We're not dominating the league no more, man. And I'm concerned. Are y'all concerned? That's my perspective about that, man. Now, and I hope y'all watched the show yesterday. I'm switching the topic right now, and I hope y'all watched the show yesterday. Me and T. Reezy had a phenomenal live. I want to shout out to my boy Troy, who called into the show. I want to shout out to cousin Vic from DC that called into the show. Salute, big dog. I got some boxing conversations on this episode I want to talk about, and I hope it's of your interest. My boy Marquise, man. Jack Boy called into the show, him and Elston. And we had a dope discussion, man, about a lot of things, man, that was great. We talked about Deion and college football. Y'all see I got my boys on right now, them Niners. We held down the business, and They call it Heinz Field, but I call it the Great Value Field because every time we go out there, we spank on the Steelers. Pause. But at the end of the day, we play the game, and I want to do it again today. We play the game. One gotta go. We sparked up a lot of conversation on One Gotta Go. Go check that out, though, because I want to continue it on One Gotta Go. And this time I want to talk about Tennessee hip-hop artists. Who got to go? So if you're listening to the audio version and you can't see the visual that I played on the screen, One Gotta Go, Tennessee hip hop artist. It was Project Pat. It was Young Buck. It was Young Dolph. It was Moneybagg Yo. So for me, Project Pat is a staple in Tennessee. The Chicken Head song, his contribution is great to what he did in hip hop in Tennessee. Moneybagg Yo is on the rise. He's making great music. He has phenomenal records, platinum records, a lot of dope stuff he's doing. Young Buck with G Unit. Him doing features with a lot of artists at home. Him having platinum records straight out of Cashville. That's a classic for the state. Young Dolph, he's not going nowhere. I'm just here to tell you that. Young Dolph ain't going nowhere. He might be, to me, the most iconic rapper from Tennessee. To me. And the reason I give him that iconic status is because he was independent. He did everything on his own. He didn't need no label. And he still achieved the things that those other artists did who had major backing. Project Pat, family member, was major before he even made a rap. Juicy J with the production. He had a helping hand. Moneybagg Yo, he came up under Young Dolph's adversary, Yo Gotti. So Young Dolph can't go nowhere because he did everything on his own. So the one who got to go for me is Young Buck. Those allegations, those sexual allegations against Young Buck made everything he said and everything he did just go out the window for me. You got to clear that up, big dog. You got to clean that up. And if you can't clean it up, you just got to go. Your contribution to the game can be removed because we don't care what your contribution is after those allegations, man. Everything is temporary and your career was temporary. So I'm going to do another One Gotta Go. And this is a tough one for me. And I'm going to introduce something new that I'm going to bring on the show after I do this One Gotta Go. So that One Gotta Go was social media comedians. My boy Country Wayne, Desi Banks. Country Wayne, I got a skit from him on my album too. Abstract, that album, go stream that. Just Hilarious. And DC Young Fly. Social media comedians, I'm proud of them making a career off of social media. That was a dope thing. I love iconic comedians like Bernie Mac, Cat Williams, Eddie Murphy. But we gotta salute these people. A lot of people will say they ain't real comedians. They ain't this, they ain't that. They cap or whatever. But to me, what Country Wayne has done with the skits is phenomenal. Jesus is popping. He has brought other individuals in the game. A lot of them. He has contributed. Your contribution to me, you gotta help somebody else. It can't be all about you. That's what I try to do with my platform. Is bring other people along so y'all can acknowledge their greatness. So Country Wayne ain't going nowhere. Just Hilarious. She has become a real live comedian. She has elevated. She's on The Breakfast Club a lot, giving her perspective. She has done a lot of viral things and said a lot of viral things for standing up for women against transgenders. That was dope to me. I'm gonna give her some hand claps. what DC Young Fly has done on A Wild and Out. Rest in peace to his baby mother, his wife, or whatever she was in his life. She played a big part in his success. And he's been in movies. He's killing the skit game. He came in the skit game, the 85 South show, doing tours. He's done a lot. Desi Banks, though. Whew. Cold. Great, talented, young individual, man. Great individual. He's doing his thing, man. With the skits. But he got to go, though. He got, not in a bad way, though, but you got to go because you got a ways to go to catch up to these other individuals, man. For real talk. But you're very talented. I salute you. I congratulate you, and I want you to keep doing your thing. And you have contributed in those other people's platforms with them. He's dope, man, and he's holding it down for Atlanta. Salute to Desi Banks, but you gotta go, dog. So the thing that I'm introducing this new to the platform, and when I have another guest on the show, we're gonna do this, and this is called Who You Keeping. Everybody gotta go, but who are you keeping? Who you keeping around out of these individuals?
The Trevor Jackson Podcast.
So that was quarterbacks. Jalen Hurts, Trevor Lawrence. If you're listening to the audio version, I'm just naming the individuals' names. These quarterbacks under 26 years old, Lamar Jackson and Joe Burrow, who I'm keeping. Now, a lot of people, I put this into the Facebook group and on the Instagram and everything, and majority of the people said they was keeping Jalen Hurts. But I'm going to tell you why I'm not keeping Jalen Hurts. It's because he has the most talent around him. And people can be like, dang, Trevor, why you knocking him for having talent around him? I haven't seen your skills up against that much adversity because you got a loaded team around you. You beat my 49ers last year, but we was down bad at the quarterback position. We loaded too, though. And Joe Burrow, he's great, man. He's a college legend. What he did at LSU, how he was dominating folks, he's a legend. Making it to the Super Bowl, legendary with T. Higgins and them boys. Lamar Jackson, very talented. I ain't seen enough, though, because the injuries and not playing every game or whatever. So, to me, I would love to see him on a great team. I would love to see him in a 49ers jersey. Trevor Lawrence. That's who I'm keeping. I'm keeping Trevor Lawrence. I think that he is the most accurate. He's the best pocket passer. He won a playoff game in Jacksonville, dog. You know they ain't got nobody around him like that. They ain't paying for no protection. He to me, Trevor Lawrence is the guy. What he did at Clemson was legendary also, but it wasn't like Joe Burrow at LSU, though, but it was legendary. So that's who I'm keeping, Trevor Lawrence. Who are y'all keeping in the comment section? Let me know. But we're gonna switch a rule for a minute to another topic, a topic of discussion that I think is dope. And I seen Sauce Walk on his ground mentioning this. And when he mentioned it, it really, really caught my attention because my boy, man, Michael Jordan, man, to me, he is the greatest athlete of all time. But when Sauce Walker said this, I was like, He's
an icon.
He's an icon.
Not iconic as Jordan. If he an icon, what the fuck you think Floyd Mayweather is?
Mayweather icon.
Mayweather him. Not iconic. Mayweather's beyond iconic, nigga. This is the best ever. He showed us how to beat the system, beat every boxer, and have all your money, make 9 figures off a fight.
Come on, man. Listen.
Hey, man, look here. We got a new debate.
I ain't even in the debate no more. Y'all won on the next one. I ain't debating no more.
New debate for the ground, man.
I'm not even debating it.
Who?
It's not a debate.
Is Floyd Mayweather? Is Floyd Mayweather?
Ain't no debate. He won already.
Is Floyd Mayweather the Michael Jordan of boxing?
I had to hit y'all with them DJ Funk Flex bombs, cause that's a conversation. I wish I had somebody on the show with me right now, or a call, or if I was live, to converse with me about this. Is Floyd Mayweather as iconic as Michael Jordan? To me, my opinion, I got two opinions about this too, because the two opinions is sports and business. Sports, yes, he's just as iconic as Michael Jordan. He's undefeated. 300 tickets off a fight, undefeated. Some people will say that he didn't fight the best in their prime, but guess what? He beat them still. And guess what we did? Pay for the fight. If you didn't pay for it, you went to a bar and you paid for the fight. Floyd Money Mayweather, man, sports-wise, if he's not above Mike, he's right there with Mike or under Mike. He is number 2 in iconic status. Name a player as iconic as Floyd Mayweather. Not a player, but an individual talent. Serena Williams. Who else can we put up there with him? Tom Brady? No, he took them L's. Floyd never took a L. Mike never took a L in the finals. Mike took L's early on in his career, but he never took a L. His iconic status. Business-wise, let's talk about business now. Floyd Mayweather has made $1 billion, but he's not a billionaire. Mike is a billionaire multiple times. His shoe is as iconic as any item. It is the most iconic item from a sports player in any sport. What's as iconic as the shoe, the Jordan? Nothing. Not just in the black community, neither in all communities. That shoe is iconic. Real talk, no cap. Business-wise, Mike is more iconic than Floyd. Even though Floyd, he know how to flex that money and make people want to get some money. But Mike, I got to go with Mike, man. Mike is more iconic than Floyd Mayweather. But in sports, it's close, dog. That's a great conversation. We get ready to take an intermission in the podcast, and I'm going to play one of my songs of the week. Then we're going to come back, man. Everything is temporary, big dog.
I don't really care if your tears fall down your face. You know you play the victim every time. I know you getting turns every night. Again. Your girls ain't shit tryna get me off your mind. The same ones who be hitting on my line. They're not your friend. I need you to know that we ain't ever gonna go back. This time it got so bad. It's best for me, it's best for you. I need you to know that. Try to love you but I force that. All signs we ignore that. And it's not the same, 'cause it's over now. Oh yeah. Don't get too confused, girl, it's over now. Oh yeah. Now coming back around, baby. Nothing left to lose, girl, it's over now. Oh. Yeah. So I take this just to forget you. I don't regret those memories. And I swear I'm not trying to test. I wish you the best without I can lead. But you always need that attention, feeding the best while we don't speak. But we're both with somebody else, so please stop calling me. I need you to know that we ain't never gonna go back. This time it got so bad. It's not the same.
Big salute to The Weeknd and Calvin Harris, man. That's a dope record. It was released a couple of years ago, but It's the vibe that I was into this weekend, and that's what I was rocking with, man. My song of the week. I got another one coming up soon, though, after this topic of discussion that I'm about to have with y'all, because y'all know I'm an artist, man. I've released multiple albums, multiple singles, done collaborated with a lot of artists, Bun B, 8 Ball, MJG also. Y'all may not have heard it, but me and MJG did something that wasn't released. BG, glad that he's free. Skinny Pimp, salute to the legend, Skinny Pimp. Multiple artists, man, that's nationally known. Some of them may be globally known, but I've released a lot of records, man. Salute to my guy T Reezy, man. I know y'all enjoyed that show. We still celebrating 20 years of Fast Life also, man. A great body of work. T Reezy is the first artist I knew that had distribution on his own also. He had distribution. That was big at that time, man. 2003. That was big to have a distribution deal where your music is everywhere in the nation. That was big. Salute to T Reezy, man. Let me give him some. My partner birthday coming up too. Telling on you, fam. But this conversation, we had bits and pieces of it on the last episode about artists' writing process and releasing music, and a lot of people writing make-believe raps, writing scenarios and not experiences. What do you prefer, experiences or make-believe? It's both enjoyable if it's good music. You can enjoy both ways of music. I enjoy both. I even enjoy the people that's capping on records. But I prefer artists to write from experiences.
If like me talking about our situations, like, you know, the shit we done been through, homies we done lost to the system or to the streets or to whatever, it's not a sport. Like me talking about my mama trauma from one of her own brothers is like, can't compare that to somebody like that won an NBA championship. So when it comes to music, I don't look at it as like, oh, you gotta drop every year. I'm like, no, your favorite rapper has to drop every year because he needs chili.
Yeah.
I do what I want because I move off peace. I move off my experiences. I move off art. As an artist, like, if I don't bring nothing to the table that comes from my life, I don't feel I should put it out.
Every artist don't think like that, though. And he was talking about why he don't release music annually. Man, in our reality, the dopest artists give you their life. They give you the pain. They give you the circumstances. They give you the things that they went through. Even not just in rap and hip hop. You have Marvin Gaye, Al Green, Diana Ross, Aretha Franklin. They gave you experiences. So when people write fabricated raps and lies and other people's story, it don't hit the same because the feeling ain't there. You may be more talented than the person who is bringing the feeling in the game, but the feeling is different, man. The feeling is different. Me personally, I stop writing raps from time to time because I feel as if you have to go experience life to have something to say. I may drop 2 albums in a year. One year in 2007, I dropped 3 mixtapes because I was in my bag. I had plenty to say. And then I might disappear for 5 years to live life. I might not feel like talking to y'all, man. Everything is temporary. I might not feel like talking to nobody, and I'll disappear. And ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with Schoolboy Q releasing music every 3 years. So I was listening to Lil Yachty, his podcast. It's one of my beats too. I'm gonna let y'all hear it.
Can wait till tomorrow, child. You've got to wipe your tears.
Purchase your tracks today.
beat though.
Purchase your tracks today. The Trevor Jackson Podcast.
Y'all heard that saying, purchase your tracks today, because I buy my beats off of BeatStars, and I'm just playing the instrumentals for y'all before I purchase the track today. And that's a record that's gonna be on my next project, man. I'm building a studio, man, so I don't have to go nowhere to create music, man. Even though I love the sound layer, I love my boy Maya, and he does a great job. He's a Grammy nominated engineer, and he's dope, super dope. But I was listening to Lil Yachty podcast, and he was talking about something dealing with Drake, and he was asking Drake why he don't do something anymore.
You know, I said something like, man, why don't you make songs like you used to? Like, I was like, why don't you make like love songs and like, you know, like just like those songs that make people miss their ex and shit. And I think he explained to me how it's hard for him to make music about things that he isn't dealing with, you know, or he isn't experiencing, which opened the eye for me, because me on the other hand, as a songwriter, I can just go make some shit up. I can go create a scenario, I can create a story, I can make a song about a girl I never met, you know, I can make a love song about a relationship I've never been in, you know, as to where him, everything is real, everything is pulled from something. So like, you know, maybe he hasn't been in love in a while to make love, deep love music, or whatever the case may be.
The Trevor Jackson Podcast.
I like that Drake told him that, because the youth need to hear that if they want to have a long career. You can make a hit record and make you $1 million. It's just like the sports thing, man. With the NIL, with the financial structure, people ain't hungry no more. People get that bag and they're not hungry to be great at what they do creatively. You got to continue to be great at what you do creatively if you want to have a run and you want to be in the game for a long time. So just stay hungry, man. I know you want to stay in the studio recording records and everything though, but go live life, dog. Go have some experiences. Go travel the world. Go work overtime, man, so you can get you a bag. Create you a business, create you a vibration, man, that can't be matched, dog. Everything is temporary. It's the name of the podcast. We're going to get into another record, man. Song of the week. This song gonna hit home to y'all too. Y'all might laugh at me for playing this record, but guess what? I'm feeling it, and I got a dope conversation coming behind it.
Yeah. You know, ever since I turned pro in 1989, when I signed the dotted line, it was strange. Those things changed for the better and for the worse.
Okay.
So I called my mama and she said, baby, must be the money. Yeah, 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 yeah. Must be the money. It's got to be, cause I got people wanna be my friend. People I never knew. People I never thought about associating with. I don't know what it is. Talk to me. Check it out. Diamond relax with gators on my feet. I got some pepper every day of the week. My hair is done, my fingernails too. 6 buttons down and I don't know what to do. Must be the money. Must be the money. It's turning them on. Must be the money. Must be the money. You know I can't go wrong. Must be the money. Must be the money. That keeps me looking cold. Must be the money.
Okay, talk to him, Prime.
They're rolling on the straw.
Chill.
Limousine, in first class I fly.
Okay.
I'm living large, and you know I can't deny.
Got me driving fancy car, I'ma be the money. Oh man, that record, man. That record is a whole vibe, man. I could tell that was around the time MC Hammer came out though. I could tell because it's that same type of energy, that MC Hammer energy. But I got my Niners hat on. Talk to me in the comment section. Was that when Prime was at his best? When he was with the Niners, dog. Ooh. Prime was showing out with the Niners, boy, when we was winning them ships. And the Cowboys stole all our players, man. I hate that, man. They stole Ken Norton, Prime, and Charles Haley in the same season. What I want to say, though, why I played that song is because a lot of my friends was talking to me. They was like, Trev, man, you talking about Colorado and Prime because it's trending. It's trending right now. It's bigger than football. Y'all seen the snippets. Y'all seen the clips if y'all been following the channel. It's bigger than football, man. What Prime is doing in Colorado is showing a black man can lead. We need it. What is the NFL? What is college football? What is high school football? Is 70+% black. But in leadership, the percentage is low. We need more of us God-fearing men. Men with great intention, healthy ideologies, and leadership, not just in sports, at the jobs, the workforce, in life, in the hood, all over the place. People with good intentions for the children. It's big, man. It's bigger than the moment. It's bigger than the NIL. Y'all heard Marquise, man, on that episode 2 episodes ago. NIL is temporary money, man. Go get that generational wealth in the NFL. People turning 1.5 million down as children to go play with Prime. And you got grown men out here who won't turn down $50 for their integrity. I think that's important because we have people that's in positions whose actions look like this, that's supposed to be leaders of us.
You got me up. Do something. Get the up and do something. I'll blow your like some shambles. You got me fucked up.
Shut the door, bro.
Real talk. You want to be a gangster? Let's do some gangster shit. Let's go. Get up. Let's go. I want to blow your out so bad you You a You a
I never told no one.
You a you my
I never told no one.
Go call your mom and tell her that. Come on, get up.
Coach, no.
Get the up. I'll rock your ass to sleep. You got me up.
Coach, I never told no one.
You didn't say that?
No, Coach.
I wasn't there. I actually
Huh?
cut.
You didn't say that?
I didn't hear, Coach.
Man, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of my life. Go. Pussy ass bitch. You got me up.
I can't even play all of that. I can't play all of that because it got me bothered. He's cussing at the young man. That's high school, man. That's in Florida. I forgot exactly what high school it was, but that's in Florida. I put his name on the screen on purpose in case somebody watched this and wants to hire that man. I don't like that, dog. I do not like that. And if that was your child, how would you react to him talking to your child like that? It's disrespectful. And that's why Prime is important. I love Tennessee football, man. I love where I'm from and all of that, man. But at the end of the day, I'm black first. I know what adversity we have went through. And I want us to win. I don't even want us to compete with each other, man. I want us to unite, because we got to put ourselves in position, man, so we can have genuine people in position that is looking out for your best interest. Switching the topic up, though, I'm going to end the podcast off with something that Rich Paul had to say. The LeBron James and Michael Jordan discussion is going to go on for the next 10 years. I talked about basketball and how Americans are comfortable. The finances, I think, is hurting us as a whole because people aren't hungry to be great no more. So the LeBron James and Michael Jordan conversation is going to continue on for the next 10, 20, 30 years until somebody else comes and shows us whatever they show us. So Rich Paul was on Gilbert Arenas' podcast recently, and he talked about the adversity that LeBron James has to face up against the adversity that Michael Jordan faced.
Mike transcended the game. When Kobe came, Kobe was a silhouette of Mike, right? That's everything, which is great. But LeBron is the first player to have to deal with a 24/7, 365 news cycle of sports and opinions from those that's not even capable or carry the expertise to give a valid opinion, right? In addition to, no, I'm not going to really do it how y'all want me to do it. I'm probably going to do it how I decide to do it. We all know that don't go over well, right? And so then you have this environment, this sports society that's created, right? And so now you have the root against.
The Trevor Jackson Podcast.
What's poppin', Haven? Hey, man. Salute to Rich Paul for shouting out his homeboy and his homeboy putting him in position. I love LeBron James. I think he's great. I think as an individual player, he might be the best individual player ever. At his age and what he's doing is great. But social media adversity from people like me that's on social media, he's saying that their points aren't valid. They can't speak valid points. I'm going to tell you something. That helped LeBron James. Let's look at it from a different perspective. That helped elevate LeBron James because he's always in people's mouth. But at the time when Michael Jordan was dominating, and he was as dominant as he was the only player that the media was talking about. We got to talk about that now. Magic and Bird and all of them was in the game. Isaiah. But when you think about it, if you lived in that era, when ESPN came on and when them sports networks came on, they was talking about Mike 24/7. He was held to a high standard, like LeBron James. Magic and Bird revived the NBA. Michael Jordan took it to another level. Took it to the moon, dog. He took it to the moon. And he created a lane for LeBron James to follow that is making him great today. Not taken away from LeBron James because Jordan came before him, but let's not look at it in a negative light all the time, because social media helped LeBron James become the first billionaire that was still active in sports today. He's still active and he's a billionaire. Social media elevated LeBron, my opinion. It helped him. And opinions, so what? Nigga? So what? So what you giving your opinion about me? I'm straight. I'm rich. I'm up. I'm doing well with myself. So salute to LeBron and salute to Rich Paul and Michael Jordan also, man. Continue to be great as black men. I salute y'all. I want y'all to be great. I don't even want to do the comparison thing because both of them are great. Both of them are legendary. Both of them carved their own lane. Their lane is different, man. We always comparing and competing as black folks when we need to unify, nigga. Give myself some hand claps. One thing I want to talk about before I do go, though, is entrepreneurship. Just because you run a business, that doesn't make you an entrepreneur, dog. Just because you got a clothing line, that don't make you an entrepreneur. If you still have to work, if you're not employing anybody, if the business isn't making money while you're asleep, you're not an entrepreneur. Everybody is claiming that title because they're making money off of YouTube. They're making money off of their clothing line. They're making money off of a multitude of things, but they still going to their job, and it's just making money for them. It's not employing and elevating others. So when I heard this discussion, I just wanted to bring this to y'all on the podcast.
96% businesses have less than 2 employees and they don't know how to scale up. You know what? It is baked into our culture to hustle. Well, hustle means you've got your hands on everything. If you got your hands on everything, you can't have many things because you only got 2 hands. So whether you're a street hustler, barbering, doing people's tax returns, you're actually doing the work. You're frying the chicken. You're washing the hair. You're doing, but not being. It's a hustle. If you can't walk away from it for 2 months and still have income, it's not a business. It's a hustle. That's why we never scale up into profitability, because we're living hand to mouth, mixing the money from the business into our operating account. Don't have an EIN number. Never set up an LLC or LLP. Don't have S corporation, C corporation. What we did was create a job and we hustle. And the problem with that is when it's just you doing the work, you have to run faster, and we're running ourselves to death.
I just want to give y'all that piece of game, man. Thank y'all for tuning in to the podcast, man. I will see y'all soon. Everything is temporary. This will be the last episode of the year. I just want y'all to be aware of that. But stay tuned to the channel. It'll be a lot of evolving and a lot of elevation to the content. I appreciate y'all, man. Like I always say at every show, at the end of every show, peace, love, plenty of abundance, and make sure you go get you some money. Chill.
The Trevor Jackson Podcast.